This is a story about a girl named Lucky. Early morning, she wakes up, knock, knock, knock on the door. It's time for makeup, perfect smile. It's you they're all waiting for. Hey, girl, isn't she lovely? This Bollywood girl. And they say she's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries, cries, cries. The lonely heart thinking, if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? Lost in an image, in a dream, but there's no one that'll wake her up. And the world is spinning and she keeps on winning. But tell me, what happens when it stops? Baby, isn't she lovely?
While we're listening to this morning song, jump down in the corner and do a share. My button's changed again. It's the plus button today. Share the room. You never know when someone's going to win from the retweet picker.
Are we all so lucky to be here together? Well,
It is a blessing.
welcome to the Noun O Clock at Noun Square. How's everybody doing this fine morning?
Really well. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain.
GM.
Hello, everybody.
Like Ben said, share that room if you want to be entered into the prize draw. 0.069 just for sharing this space. Easiest thing ever.
Yes, Noun O
Welcome, breakfast sandwich.
GM, guys. GM.
GM. Very appropriate having a coffee bean on stage with us.
Good morning, guys. I mean, at least for us.
I am drinking some nice espresso right now. It's very suitable. Excuse me, Sam. Could I get the time, please?
It's Noun O Clock.
I was trying to retweet the room, but I was on mute while I was trying to retweet it. It's 9 o'clock, guys.
One thing I found is that people can hear you a lot better when you're not on mute. These are pro tips.
Well, I like to mute it when I type so that people don't hear clicky, click, click, clicky, click, click, because I know they love that.
Yeah, for me, I have to find the balance between doing that because I always forget as host to unmute myself, and it's the worst thing ever when you're waxing not so eloquently into the void, and then you realize that everybody thinks that you're rugged for the last 2 minutes. Not great. So, yeah.
Hey, so the two guys bidding right now, one of them has 70 ETH in their wallet, and the other one has 20 more ETH. So I think we're going to see higher than 49 ETH for this one. It's a beautiful noun.
It is very beautiful. Yeah, I gave a really nice description of the noun on my Twitter yesterday. Did you see that, Sam? I thought it was quite accurate.
Was it Daft Punk's Get Up, Get Lucky?
No, it's naked clover with giant nipple pasty, I believe. Is the phrase.
That's quite accurate.
It's so good, that one.
That's actually how I'm broadcasting. There, everybody.
Well, I'm just glad. Honestly, I'm just glad you started wearing the pasty. You know, you took feedback.
Yeah, well, it gets a little chilly in here.
Here at 9 o'clock, we're all about taking feedback and iterating. So we appreciate that, Sam.
I thought, why not cut out the center? Got to be like that Lucky Clover.
That's right. Well, let's look at.
Speaking about taking feedback and iterating, the far right tweet pinned has the Noun O Clock app instead of nouns.wtf.
What? What's the
jump
difference?
on there, even if you're not doing a real bid. Like, get in there for the meme bids as soon as FOMO ends. And test out the platform. We're gonna battle test this thing.
Yeah. So what are some 142? What are some benefits of using NounsOClock.app over the native Nouns WTF? Quickly.
No, there's so many, but
the
top ones are that you'll see the pending transactions as they come in, so you'll be the first to know about the transactions coming up. Second one is that you see how much ETH and nouns the bidders have, so you know how you can predict the game. And the third one is that you have notes, so when a bidder makes a bid, they can write an interesting note that we can react to. And also,
I would argue that seeing the amount of ETH left in their wallet and seeing how many nouns they've got are two very important but separate metrics. I wouldn't even combine those two. They're two separate features in my mind.
Yeah, and so far people don't really know much about this yet because it's still in alpha, so we don't see a lot of people using that to their advantage. But when we get out of Nouns Winter, which we're well on our way out of now, and the competition gets hotter, I bet you it's going to become very useful to people.
Yeah, it's literally an alpha.
Yeah.
It really is, yeah. This is the alpha.
If you look on the top left, you can see Noun 426, internal preview. You guys are internal. You're part of our internal process of testing this. So
I feel so special.
That's as alpha as it gets.
Sounds scary and exciting.
At the same time. That's right. But you should know that as with all of these front ends, these are just different ways of accessing the main nouns contract. So there's nothing scary, nothing worrisome about using the alpha because it's just plugging into the same contract as nouns.wtf. So it's not an alpha in the scary way, Uptoshi. Don't worry.
And then at the end of this auction, once we've finished and we see this exciting bid action, what do we do next?
So yeah, and maybe we should just sort of even step back one step further than that and say, what are we even doing here? So what are we doing here? We at the Noun Square have a show called 9 o'clock. That's where you are right now in case you're lost. What we do here is we watch the end of the Nouns auction every day. Right now we're looking at Noun 426, a beautiful clover with matching vinyl t-shirt. And he is currently sitting at 49 ETH bid. We're expecting maybe a couple more bids to come in the next 6 minutes and 25 seconds. Once the bidding is done, we go over to select the new noun together for tomorrow, the one that'll be on auction for the next 24 hours. And we do that by playing a game called fomonouns. So you're going to want to open another browser in whatever browser you're using right now. It can be on mobile, it can be on desktop. Open another tab and click fomonouns.wtf. And you'll see that there's already random nouns going by every few seconds, even before the game starts. But once the auction actually starts, the voting goes live and we can vote up and vote down which ones we like, which ones we don't. And once we find a certain amount of consensus, which I think is about 60% in favor, the app will go and try to settle the previous auction to lock in that noun. So it's kind of just a way of making it a little less random for the noun of the day. And that's how we've gotten so many beautiful nouns over the last and more than that, I guess, nine months that FOMO's been in session. So that's what we're here to do. In the meantime, over the next 5 minutes and probably a little bit more as it gets extended, we're going to talk to our guest, Breakfast Sandwich, find out a little bit about what he's doing in the Nouniverse, and then probably chat with him a little bit more after FOMO as well. So welcome, Breakfast.
What's up, guys? GM. I feel like this is a crew is this mainly international, and we got a few late nighters or early morningers here in the U.S.
We're all degens.
Well, up on stage, pretty much all degens, but you're right that there are quite a few internationals in the crowd, and that's one of the awesome things about this whole experiment is that, I mean, obviously we've just gone through the entire EST night, over the past month, and viewership hasn't really dropped. We've never really had a show. We never had a show that had fewer than 70 viewers, and we've mostly still been over 100 viewers every night. We've got lots of people joining from Brazil, which isn't even in a weird time zone, so that's awesome. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Those are the DGens, our Brazilian DGens, joining us every night. Actually, further into the night than us in EST, I think. We got people in Europe joining, of course.
JP, we see you.
What's that?
I said, JP, we see you.
Oh, yeah, JP. Absolutely.
The Brazilian DGen is my favorite type of waxing.
Is that what you just do around the nipple pasty and that's it?
Typically.
Yeah.
I just woke up.
But at the end, it's actually looks like Brazil.
Photos or it never happened, Sam.
All right.
But yeah, and we have some people definitely from Japan and from Korea joining us. Lots of great contest entries, in particular from Korea.
Awesome.
And of course, we've got Australian cohort who's joining us. So yeah, it's really become an international affair, and that's what makes us.
That's amazing. I mean, the fact that you guys, I know, almost just started doing Noun O Clock right before Noun's winter, and so you guys are going through the hard part right away. And now we're in the easy home stretch.
Well, it's funny you mention that because
we can influence the winter.
That's right. The winter is all in our mind, is what we've realized, because there is maybe a slight Nouns winter when you look at the auction prices and whatnot. It seems that maybe most of the interest in buying nouns still is in East Coast U.S., maybe West Coast U.S. as well, by looking at the East prices. But that's a temporary thing, and I think it's a metric that follows the attention that's coming from international. So I wonder if next time around we won't even see a Nouns winter on the price, but we'll have to see how that plays out.
By the way,
my question is, Tony, what? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. You're the guest. Sorry.
I was just gonna ask Tony, what kind of espresso are you drinking today?
It's best that I don't talk to a coffee snob about my Nespresso that I'm drinking right now, but it's getting the job done.
He microwaved his leftover milk from his cocoa pebbles.
Is that coffee?
And really rendered it.
You know that meme with the meme with the butterfly? Is this coffee? No, it's
that's a chocolate.
No, it's an espresso, but it is a Nespresso, and I know it's terrible for the earth, and it's not a good coffee snob thing to do, but it's keeping me awake.
I mean, honestly, though, Nespresso is the one, like, Keurig, no, that's a hard no. But when it comes to Nespresso, they do a decent job at pulling out more espresso flavors and have some crema. So, like, I'm not mad about the Nespresso. Yes, the environment side of things is obviously not great, but in terms of taste and flavor, Nespresso's kind of got it figured out, which is nice.
And they do recycle their capsules, whether that actually happens or not. I don't know, but it's better than nothing.
I mean, George Clooney likes it, so it can't be that bad.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
That's how I live my life, actually. If George Clooney does it, then I'm all for it.
You know, George Clooney used to play terrible pranks on his roommate, though. I won't get into it here. You can look it up, but it's terrible.
This is the Alpha. Sam used to be a roommate of a very famous person. We won't tell you who.
No.
Tune in.
No.
Stay until the end of the episode to find out.
All right. I'll let you guys know at the end.
Wait. Oh, we need some stuff for YouTube, Ben. Sam is a crazy roommate of who? Gone Wild. This is for the thumbnail. This is for the thumbnail on YouTube.
So, all right, I'll throw it out real quick. It's terrible. George Clooney had a roommate. They used to play pranks on each other. He decided one day to take a dump in the cat's litter box. The roommate was really worried about his cat and took him to the vet, and he got put on all sorts of medication because of the size and quantity of the stuff that was found in the litter box.
That's so rough.
It's a true story.
Oh, George.
That certainly isn't cool.
Not financial advice, as we like to say here.
Well, unless you're a veterinarian.
Not fecal advice.
Yeah.
Veterinarian.
Okay.
It's not very catter day of George Clooney.
Oh,
No,
God.
it's not.
This is what
man.
you got yourself into, Breakfast Sandwich. I really apologize.
These DGen mornings, man, I'm loving it. This is actually, I mean, I'm usually up between 5 and 6, so this isn't too bad for me. This is pretty good, but I love this, guys. I mean, obviously appreciate what you all are doing, because this is huge, and I think has brought so many eyes and so many ears to nouns, which is obviously your guys' goal, and I think you're doing a great job. And plus 142, this Noun O Clock front end is absolutely sweet. Like, being able to see how many nouns are in everyone's wallet and how much ETH is in everyone's wallet is a game changer for people actually like trying to go after these nouns.
Yeah, and the pending transactions, like we usually have Etherscan open, and that's one thing, right? But you got to refresh the page, and if you're like a crazy fast refresher like me, then Etherscan's like, whoa, you've hit your limit. And you're like, damn it, you got to change your IP address and do it again. They don't block you for too long, but it's annoying.
Ben the sniper, he's getting rate limited from Etherscan.
Yeah.
So, is someone about to get a very cheap noun right now, or?
It looks like we got what, 1:45 left at 50
right now.
ETH?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what?
50 ETH.
If this goes for 50 ETH, I've got a proposition for 10 friends.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Noun O Clock buying a noun.
I think we
Well,
should.
this is when it happens. You know, you can get nouns sometimes at a discount if you're paying attention. This is what happened with 139 for Shark Now.
What do you think? Live vote to buy a noun right now?
Ooh, there it comes in. 51 is in.
We got a 51 ETH bid.
More.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to hit 60. Like,
yeah,
usually
does.
Well, this is
unless
how we push.
Patricio's asleep.
This is how we push the winner.
You got to catch Patricio sleeping to get it for less than 60.
Yeah, I might text Patricio. We'll be good.
Just
I remember.
Can you actually make that a feature of NounsOClock.app 142? when the price
Direct
is under
line.
60, you send an
Just the
SMS.
Patricio symbol.
Wake pop up. Yeah.
Just a little pop like bottle cap logo thing.
Well, just put his phone number.
No, just send Patricio a text that says, "Wake up!" Whenever it's below 60.
Yeah. We'll make an API for it so anyone can build on top of that.
Pre-Patricio days, we were going for like 20 or 30 during Nouns Winter. Those were the days.
Yeah, those are 24, I think. So good.
Yeah.
But
when
I think
everyone was
ETH at the time
worried
was like,
about it.
I think it was like $3,000 ETH or something though, right? So like it was it's still like
it was like 48. Yeah, it was like 4,800 ETH. So like it definitely was more expensive in terms of USD than it is now. But
one ETH is one ETH.
Exactly.
That's right. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of people measuring in USD still, and it always spins me out when I calculate and go, oh, they must be like basing this on USD. I'm just the ETH degen. But I'm just a full advocate for like, just forget about fiat. I don't know, man. I'm all in on crypto now. I have been for ages. I just ride that roller coaster, up or down. Doesn't matter what happens.
Every time I need to bring ETH back into the real world, it's always just such a pain in the neck. Like this past week, I tried to send an ETH back to filthy fiat, and I'm waiting now like 3 days for a Canadian off ramp that I use. I won't name names to just receive my transaction, and it's confirmed on the blockchain and everything. I'm like, what is the problem here? Like, it's just stupidness.
I can totally sympathize with you because I have a Canadian bank account and cards and stuff. So like my main credit card that I run things off if I spend fiat is Canadian. So like the way I do it, because I've got an off ramp in Australia that's like instant. It's insane. So like I can just drop into that and then straight to fiat and then back to my bank. It takes about 5 minutes from any crypto to that. And then it's in my bank account. And then I use like wise.com to send it to Canada. It's crazy. The Canadian off ramps are just so annoying.
Yeah. Well, we could get into the Canadian banking industry and how it's an oligopoly and all the rest on another show. Maybe it probably doesn't interest very many people. But...
An oligopoly? What?
What?
An oligopoly?
Oligopoly.
An oligopoly meaning like there's only five.
I know.
Galapagos.
It's exactly. It means that there's headquartered in the Galapagos.
City.
Isn't it?
Yeah, semi-solid.
They're run by a semi-solid entity Located in the Galapagos Islands.
Oh no!
It's got to be an offshore account.
I thought
Well,
it was the game where there's
they
like
certainly
Mayfair
seem like
and
they're
Park
run by
Lane.
a bunch of. They certainly seem like they're run by a bunch of tortoises.
Sure.
All right, Dr. Sandwich.
I see that Jim just joined.
Hey guys,
a speaker
how's it
and
going?
Are you the one who's bidding right
Yeah,
now?
I'm bidding at the moment. What's the app you guys are talking about where you can see the bids better?
Noun O Clock.
Noun O Clock
app.
.app.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
It's the far right pin in this chat too. If you just want to click the button.
You can
Okay, great.
You can also leave a message when you bid, Jim, which would be awesome.
Oh, sweet.
You should write.
No, that looks awesome.
Good morning,
you can like try and intimidate them out of.
You only
bidding.
got
You
40
can be like,
seconds.
Yo, drop off on your.
Yeah, like if
Come
you
on,
bid
man.
again.
Like, feel that. No.
If you bid again, just say something like "You stay in bed, Patricio, if you know what's good for you," or something like that.
No, I joined this chat. I joined this Spaces, and I saw Pope was in the chat in the Spaces, and I was like, oh fuck. And I clicked. It was Pope FR. It was Pope France. It's not.
Oh,
Pope.
It's the Pope France. Yeah.
No offense, Pope France. I'm sure you can bid on this as well, but you're not as scary as Patricio when it comes to bidding on nouns. Not yet, anyway.
They're the one with the direct line. They're texting him. They're like,
He's like, Patricio,
he's got them watching while he sleeps.
My question is, are we going to FOMO coffee nouns?
Yes.
Today?
If we can.
Oh my god, that's exactly what we should do. We should definitely.
If we do, I definitely have some ETH ready.
We're gonna get you a coffee now.
Let's do it.
Well, sounds like a challenge.
It's a good time to get nouns. They're about 60 ETH a day.
Yeah, you should be careful what you wish for on FOMO because we don't take kindly to those who ask us to mint them something and then don't. Well, not that they will name any names, right, folks?
Don't bank on it.
We may or may not have minted a noun that was then not purchased by the person who asked us to mint it for them, but we won't mention any names.
Just the noun head itself. I'm pretty sure it was the bank head.
I think it was the bank head. I don't know. I can't
Speaking
remember.
of not mentioning any names.
That's not a name.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't have a heart on its shirt.
Let's just say that someone went bankless that day.
Will Price just came in with another bid. So we have 3 bidders now. We have Jim here, and we have Will Price, and we have 3A2.
I could swear he's in New York City, so I was hoping he'd be asleep.
So am I.
No one in noun is that cheap.
I'm reading for you, Jim. I hope you know that.
Thank you.
So what's your strategy? What are you gonna bid?
I don't know, man. Maybe one more bid, and then that's me.
Will Price may be listening, so I wouldn't,
yeah, that's right.
reveal your cards. But.
Well, yeah, he's only got 5.45 ETH left in the wallet there, so he can only, without adding more ETH to the wallet, he's got 58.55 ETH. So if you bid like 58.65, he's gonna be like, God damn it, just out of it.
You know he has ETH just sitting somewhere else though.
Yeah, totally.
No, I think
Ethereum might be slow.
That is it.
Are you trying to say that he's not priced out?
Hey.
He will be priced out.
I think Josh and 142 both made the same joke at the same time, so I don't know who to credit.
142.
Half and half. So
what do we got? We're back at 3 minutes 20. So this bidding action just continues the auction for us. We're pushing it further out into tomorrow for everybody else that's been having to wake up at these ungodly hours. It's going to be at a better time soon.
You know what I wish I had right now?
Coffee.
Go on.
Nouns coffee specifically.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, you just remind. Thanks for reminding us, Optoshi. We have a guest today that we should probably talk to. Breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, boy.
Why don't you tell people in the crowd who don't know what Nouns Coffee is? What's the story here?
Yeah, so Nouns Coffee started as actually a prop house proposal for 5 ETH to do branding for Nouns Coffee. Yeah, prop house is amazing. I think it was actually probably better that we did it that way. although we actually ended up winning the prop house, just because I think there's some other ones that were more easily kind of proliferating nouns quicker with the 5 ETH than just doing branding for a coffee company would do. And so after it didn't pass in prop house, we actually just took it on chain, and it ended up getting approved as, I believe it's prop 84. But yeah, so we were approved to basically create a coffee company for Nouns called Nouns Coffee. And so we spent all summer doing branding, doing some marketing pushes. We helped sponsor the NFT, the Soul ETH Soul event. So I think Korea is anyone here from Korea that was there? Because I think they did like a whole 3-day kind of Nouns invasion that we helped sponsor, which was really, really cool. But then we now have a coffee company for Nouns that provides merch from mugs to totes to pins to stickers to actually having coffee, which we're doing monthly roasts for. So basically you can set yourself up on a subscription, and every single month we'll have a brand new Nounish roast that will just be sent straight to your door. So super excited about that.
You just gave me an idea, Breakfast. So
what's that?
Starting tomorrow, we have a new program launching here that we've teased a little bit over the last week called Soapbox, where we're going to be inviting other communities to come and leverage our platform and host spaces during the day when 9 o'clock show's not going on. Super excited about that. We have Food Nouns coming on tomorrow to kick it off at 8 p.m. EST. We have spaces as well tomorrow afternoon from Lil Nouns, and another one on Friday from Lil Nouns. So lots of stuff lined up. But you just gave me an idea. You should, if you have the bandwidth, schedule like a weekly roast, like a Nounish roast, and come do it on our Soapbox. What do you think?
That sounds amazing. I mean, this is something that you would just give access to the Noun Square Twitter account? Is that what you're saying? And then we would do it here?
One of our team would just come on and start the spaces, and you would co-host with us, and then that way, our community gets to learn about other communities and other sub-DAOs and what's going on in the Nouniverse, and you guys get to sort of tap into this community, and it's a win-win-win. So
it could be your very own Roasters Club.
I love it. I mean, I was thinking about doing whether it was Twitch streams or something else, but like this is obviously the most kind of not degen, but like crypto native way to do it. I think it would be cool to do. I was thinking of doing some video application, which obviously we could do Twitter Spaces plus Twitch, but where we actually spend time roasting with different methods, whether that's like pulling espresso, whether that's V60, whether it's doing just normal drip, just showing people and talking them through how to brew Nouns coffee. So I think
we could totally do that too, and those wouldn't be mutually exclusive. But if you want to talk offline, we can definitely chat about that. We're definitely looking to expand our video offerings. We've started doing some casual chats with super tight woodies, putting their sort of pasting them together and putting them up on YouTube. Also, all of our spaces are now simulcast onto YouTube. So right now we are live on YouTube. If you go up in the pinned tweets, is it up there,
comment,
guys?
like, subscribe.
Is it up there, guys? I don't think it is actually. Can we pin the
Hit
YouTube?
that notification bell.
Toshi, can you pin the link to our current spaces on YouTube so that people can go check it out if they want to?
Yes, I'm doing it now. It's the same link every time, right, for the lives?
No, it's in the event, the Discord event though. Straight
gotcha.
up in our Discord.
But yeah, so we're going live actually with. Check it out after Breakfast Sandwich, but we do have a video feed which basically it shows the 9 o'clock app on the one side, FOMO in the middle, and then the Twitter Spaces with the captions, even though they're not always very accurate, on the right side. So it's kind of a nice visual alternative if people want to follow along there and chat and whatnot on YouTube Live instead of or in addition to Twitter Spaces. So that's always an option too.
Speaking of FOMO in the middle, we don't have any new bids come. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, we do. Freaking Will.
There it is.
But I have to say thank you, Jim, for putting a message on your bid. That's awesome. His bid of 54.5. If you're not following along on nounclock.app, which I don't know why you're not, but he said it's bedtime, son. Love it. We all know who he's talking to. Me. I'm out. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm his son.
So, Jim, are you going to go for another one?
No, I think I'm going to leave this one today.
Do it, Dad.
It's
So
10 ETH,
breakfast.
10 ETH
Do you?
fair value.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, Jim. You got like 30 ETH left in your wallet.
We all know how much ETH is in your wallet now, so.
It's dead, Jim.
And I mean, you're not going to find a more Irish noun than this, right?
Bro, I'm not even from Ireland. That's such a... People always think that Scotland's
You're
very
Scottish,
close.
right?
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Well then,
I
don't
worked
bid
with a
again.
guy, right?
Whoopsie.
I worked with a guy for 2 years, and 2 years I worked with him every day, and he texts me one day saying, "I'm in Dublin today. What should I do?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm not even from Ireland."
How should I know? Google it, dude.
I have something similar that happens to me. Like my best friend constantly asks me, how things are back in Nova Scotia, which is not the province I grew up in. I grew up in a different Atlantic province of Canada, so kind of similar. I feel your pain, and I'm sorry. After this, our next segment will be. I would like to bring up an Australian, and I can call you a Kiwi if we have a volunteer.
Ben? You can call me a Kiwi.
Oh yeah, Ben. How's the weather in New Zealand today?
This is not bad across the pond from New Zealand.
Actually, it's funny, Ben. You get called a British gentleman all the time in our Discord.
Yeah, I know. Honk thinks I'm one of the Beatles. I was like, what? I'll take it as a
British
compliment. They're super
gentleman.
popular and good looking, right?
It's like, yeah, I mean,
it's true.
I don't think you're British, but I am going to perpetuate the myth that you're one of the Beatles. I'm
yeah. We've all seen that Abbey Road poster. We saw the little ... on there. You can't deny it.
Doxed.
Wait, he used the lines on the crosswalk?
What's that? Yeah, that's right.
Nope. The moment has passed.
No, I think you're right. Ben is actually lying on the ground, and he's the crosswalk in that famous.
Yeah, exactly.
In that famous
This PFP, he just rolled back.
You know what? You know why I love this version? Like, I got a bunch of ... but this one in particular is my favorite because obviously it's got the noggles on it now, and it's got the Mr. Boney Bones in the chest. So it's like this mad combo of our whole little crew out here. It's awesome.
Shout out Mr. Boney, one of my favorite New Zealand artists.
Misappropriating everyone's location is the best.
But no, specifically for the one location they do not want to be confused for. Yes, you have to be very specific about that.
Yeah. All right. What do we got?
I'm
1
sorry,
minute
Jim.
30, sitting at 55.6. Do we think that's the end? Is someone going to get a noun for under 60 ETH today?
And that someone is Will Price, who's been scooping all week long. I was going to say to you, Jim, you didn't expect Will to be up, but he's been. I think he might be like Mark Wahlberg up at 2:30 in the gym because he's been bidding on these delicious cheap nouns all week.
Delicious.
Yeah, I think he might get it. I don't think Paul would bid against Will this morning. So, but then again, if noun goes for under 60, someone's going to be mad.
Someone's going to be big mad.
Oh, Jim.
Jim's in. Sneak attack from Jim.
I made Jim just mad enough with that Irish comment that he's like, you know what, one more bit.
Had to go for one more time.
So getting back to our guest for a minute because we now have been reset by Jim. Thank you, Jim. If we can just let you know when we need a little bit more time for the interview and you could pop another bid in, that'd be great.
Sure. No worries.
You had your hand up there. Did you have something to say?
No, sorry. I was trying to react to your Irish joke, but I just pressed the wrong button.
Okay.
He's just really nice about laughing at your jokes. May I just laugh at your joke real quickly?
So breakfast, yeah. Going back to what we were saying before, I thought it would be kind of cool to have like a Comedy Central style roast, and like you could host it for the Nouniverse. That'd be pretty hilarious.
Is this something that sounds freaking fun? Would this be like I feel like that's almost like a biannual thing or quarterly thing where people can really prep and get ready. That would be super fun.
Yeah, you're probably right. It might be a bit much to do every week. You just alienate the entire Nounish community one week at a time.
At some point, it just feels like we're getting made fun of.
Week one, Jim, the most famous Irish Nouner, has joined us today.
Oh man, Jim, what's your other noun? I see you have one.
I've got a weed head.
Nice.
Honestly, I don't like either of my nouns if I win this one. I just try to scoop them cheap, and they keep getting cheaper.
Clover, another type of weed.
Yeah, is there a reason why you only buy plant nouns?
It's a good question.
Are you a vegetarian?
No, I probably should be though after this.
Nounish vegetarian.
Jim, what time is it where you are right now?
10:30.
Nice.
Oh, so it's like a normal.
That's a reasonable
functioning
time.
human being.
Wow, I thought it would have been. I
What
thought
about
it
you
would have
guys?
been later. I thought it would have been later in South Africa. That's crazy.
No. But 10 o'clock is bedtime in Ireland.
What about you? I thought 142 was from France. No, so you're like 11:30.
I'm not in France right now, no. But it could be 11:30. For me, it's 12:30 now.
Lunchtime. Thank you for skipping your lunch break to be with
I
us.
actually did skip lunch. Yes.
We really appreciate you. The sacrifice.
Thank you.
Have you seen? I don't know about the audience, but if you haven't opened up fomonouns.wtf, you guys should. There's some really amazing nouns going by that
Sam, you know we have a rule.
Looking.
No FOMO nouns before or after FOMO. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Unless you want to.
Thank you for our longest soundboard sound.
I love how long that thing is.
I want to ask you the question for breakfast.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah. So I forgot my question. No. So how has it been to build a coffee brand on top of an open source brand? Like, what's the how can you just describe a bit the experience? It must be different than other brands that you've built in the past.
Yeah, I think the coolest part was just having the brand to build off of to start. Like, obviously the noggles are so iconic that like when we brought our designers and our directors in, like they took those and completely ran with them. As you see with the coffee packaging, like we have the noggle sneaking out under the bottom. We're using Laundrina as the typeface. Like there are so many applications and different assets that Nouns already had, and it being open source, CC0, everything like allowed for our designers to really have almost like, if anyone's heard this, like some of the best design happens when you have constraints. And so like already having these assets were in a sense our constraints, but like in the best way possible. And so in terms of the design, like it made it a breeze for everyone. And now we have this amazing community that we get to build off of and work with and kind of like grow the company through. And so obviously the hope is that like we can make this a sustainable thing outside of crypto, because that's the one thing that I've noticed with a lot of these kind of crypto based projects is some of them, like unless you're selling directly to your crypto people, no one else will buy them. And that was one of our goals when we built Nouns Coffee as well, was like we want people who know absolutely nothing about crypto to see Nouns Coffee and actually still be excited about it and not turned off, because we understand that like the normies, as you might say, like they hate crypto. Like they don't like it. They don't want to know that like this was funded by an NFT project. And so we wanted to build applications in a way that allowed the people that were walking around New York City and saw our posters to be able to click on the QR code and go straight to our shop and honestly not even need to know that it was part of a crypto project. So like I think Nouns allowed us to have a brand that was friendly, exciting, and like engaging, but like also doesn't need to, like people don't need to know that it's around crypto. And so we have a beautiful way of kind of working and addressing to two completely different communities, and hopefully we can make that successful through Nouns Coffee.
I think that's such a good thing too. Like you've been able to bootstrap the brand with an open source brand, and like leverage the crypto community that's built around that brand, but also like leverage and bootstrap the community around coffee as well. There's obviously a huge culture around coffee, and I think it's such a genius combo and a good one for that kind of outreach, because the coffee aspect of this penetrates literally every other part of life. You know, it's one of the most consumed things on the planet. So it's yeah, I think it's genius. And in Australia, we've got like a really strong coffee culture, and I think it's probably wise to try and proliferate the Nouns coffee over here a bit, specifically in Melbourne, because it's just such a huge thing. Like it's the Australians are known for the, I guess, being coffee connoisseurs, you know. So
Oh yeah,
Like
I'd
that,
love to see it.
that Marmite coffee.
Oh god. By the way, player
Oh,
3
God,
has
why?
entered. Player 3 has entered the game. Noun 222.eth has just bid 59.06 with 71.41 ETH remaining in their wallet.
Nice.
Interestingly enough, they don't hold their noun. If this is indeed Noun 222, he doesn't hold his noun in his wallet, I guess, because it doesn't show.
I mean, maybe that's
Which might
smart.
be a smart thing to do.
Yeah. That's the one thing I always wonder is like, why are you bidding? Like, yes, we trust the Nouns contract, but I don't know if I would bid with my wallet that has a noun. That just feels a little interesting to me. But
what about 23 nouns?
This is
He's bidding from that wallet with 23 nouns.
Casual 23 wallet nouns in your hot wallet.
Noun 222 is held by a DC investor, it seems.
Oh, interesting.
Top.
Ooh. Interesting. You know what I think's an interesting like strategy is registering the ETH address for the noun that you want. Be like noun 68, and then it's like, yo, you don't own that. Like, whose is that? And like, no, I will one day. and then
Manifesting on the blockchain.
If that's the case, then Mr. Boney. If that's the case, then Mr. Boney is manifesting owning like 65 nouns because he owns a lot of noun number ENSs.
Yeah.
How many
I
nouns
wanted
has
to
DC investor got?
I wanted to register noun 1111. I was like, that's going to be my goal. Get 1111 when it comes up. I've got a bit of time. We'll see how we go. But someone's already got the ETH address.
No.
Yeah, it's gone.
DC's got 2 nouns at the moment, so this would be his third.
Hey, there you go.
I just tagged him on a tweet, told him to hop on the show.
Nice.
Yeah, and tag him on the tweet that tells him to use the Noun O Clock app as well.
Oh yeah, I added that to it.
But interestingly, though, Jim, I'm not sure because like Noun 222.eth is owned by the wallet that has it set as its primary. So it could be an alternate hot wallet of his. But do you have any other reason to believe it's DC aside from the fact that he owns the dyno? Like I'm wondering if someone owns this ENS that's not DC is what I'm wondering.
It's a good question. I think I just went on to Nouns WTF and it says Noun 222 is held by DC investor.
Held by.
Yeah, I know it. I know he does. I know he owns the dyno, but I'm just wondering if he owns this ENS.
Oh, he owns ENS. Yeah, he's real tech forward.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying if you look at Noun 222.eth on whatever on OpenSea or any other marketplace, it just shows that it's owned by itself. In other words, that it's owned by the wallet that has it set as its primary, but nothing else in that wallet is giving DC really. Anyway, just curious.
It's just a cool bidder wallet, dude.
Not giving up. Jim is not giving up, I see.
Ooh, amazing. I love how we're like goading you into bidding more on this now than you wanted to.
I know.
It's amazing.
The interesting thing as well, watching the V2 FOMO nouns, because I'm battle testing that at the moment. I've pinned it up the top as the second pin if you want to play with it. But the V2 also shows the pending bids as they come in. So I'm comparing them come up side by side with the Noun O Clock app. These two advanced future modern interfaces are my jam. It's awesome.
I had a question for Breakfast Sandwich. I know that you were one of the, early projects that integrated Noggles into the artwork with your Breakfast World project. And one of the reasons I was so excited about Nouns Coffee is because seeing that project launch and getting the coffee from you, and it being the favorite coffee in my household for a while. I knew that the quality of the beans were really strong, and the merch that you sent out with it was also really, really high quality. So had a lot of faith in that. do you plan on integrating Breakfast Sandwich into the Nouns Copy world at all?
So, like Breakfast World, the NFT project from last fall?
Yes.
I mean, we've had a lot of people starting to ask about that, just because, like, as we all know in markets, like starting an NFT project right now is, it's like basically you're a free mint or you're nothing. And so, like, in last year, we ran into that issue basically the very beginning of that issue. And so I think some people are almost suggesting like Breakfast World becomes just Nouns Coffee underneath it or something. Like I've heard some
I like
people
it. Alpha.
Yeah, some people in the community have been recommending that, and almost just like your breakfast sandwich now, like basically allows you a monthly discount code or a monthly subscription or something like that is what your breakfast sandwich would end up giving you. And so we're
That's
definitely
how
thinking.
that's how
I
Stone
like it.
Nouns is set up as well. They have won a prop house to do basically a nounish brand of cannabis, and they've set it up similarly with the discount structure and whatnot. So if we can just get it that you can get discounts on all of the vices through Nouns, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean I think that's something that would be really exciting for a lot of people, because one of the things is like with, like I said, with NFT projects these days, like so many of them are just completely null and void now, because they didn't mint out or they were free mints. But the thing with Breakfast World is actually it was one of the like I think you're right, Josh. Like, 'cause we launched last October and we were one of the first real like full derivatives using Noggles, right? Was there a different one? I know maybe Bonies was around doing kind of their thing, but in terms of a generative project, Breakfast World might have been one of the first.
It was definitely one of the earlier ones, and you were early on a couple things, because you were part of a team that pitched an alternate front end, I believe, as well, and that was something that ultimately, Nouners decided they wanted to do, and we had the right vehicle to get that done through Prop House. But it's interesting to see, you've just been around this community building from the very beginning.
Yeah, we were. I was a part of Prop 9 actually, where we did the bit like the Nouns Bidder co-op, and we're actually. I'm waiting for this auction to end because we're testing out. We built out this is some alpha for you guys, because we also got approved for Nouns Bidder co-op V2. So we're working on that right now, and we're shipping a brand new front end, but also allows co-op claiming functionality. And instead of the winners, when you see like at the end of an auction, you're gonna see who won the co-op. So the top 5 bidders, and then you're able to just go through and click through and claim your bidder co-op through that. But you can also bid on the auction, do everything else that you would normally do. So we're testing that out this week, and so this is something that we'll be launching hopefully next week. So it'll be like a co-op integrated front end, which will be pretty sweet. But yeah, Josh, to your point, yeah, I have my testnet now. I want to say I have testnet now 39. Been around since the very beginning, which is, it's been so cool watching this community and this project grow.
Really cool stuff.
So anybody who's keeping an eye on the pins, I just pinned something here, a tweet. I just tweeted at DC Investor, told him to come join us here and check out the Noun O Clock app. So if you guys can go ahead and retweet that for us, let's see if we can get DC's attention and find out if it really is him bidding on it. I think it probably is, just based on the amount of ETH in the wallet, and Occam's razor, etc. But he just bid again, 61.5 ETH, currently in the lead. So yeah, give some love to that tweet above. Let's see if we can get DC on here to chat about why he's bidding on this noun. And maybe we could have like a battle to the death between him and Jim, if that's possible, on stage. Are you down for that?
I don't think so, man. I think that's me out for today.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. It's super fun to have bidders participate, and we want to see more of it, and spread the word about NounsDAO.app, which 142 is building with Snowberry and Deployer, because hopefully you enjoyed using that alternate.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool piece of kit. Really cool.
You also don't have to leave, even if you're not bidding on. Like, it's not like if you stop bidding on the noun, we're gonna be like, get out.
Kicked out of the chat. Get off.
Yeah, you please hang out with us for FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO's super fun.
I tried FOMO during I was in playing FOMO during the the 420 one.
Okay.
That was brutal.
Nice. Yeah, that was a long one.
Yeah.
We had,
how long did it last the total time?
It was almost 30 minutes, I think, the total FOMO, which is pretty crazy.
The
It didn't actually
32
feel
something, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't feel that long in the moment, but I can tell you it felt that long when we were doing the low-fat cut
I
for
mean,
each day.
it kind of felt long.
Eventually, we just said "puck it" and moved on.
No, we didn't.
It was settled, wasn't it?
We said, let's get a fail.
you got the joke. You get
Somebody said "puck it" for us is what you should have said, because we did not.
Yeah, there you go.
We did not.
That's better.
As Ben would say, we did not consent to be rugged.
It's what they call a slap
Exactly.
shot.
So we've got about
37
seconds
guys.
left
It
here,
looks like
guys.
we might be hitting it this time. 61.5 ETH. That could be it. It's been sitting around 62 lately, so they're getting a little deal.
No pending
go.
bids showing up on
Just the
9 o'clock app.
final
Looks like it's going to
countdown.
VC Investor. So get ready and go to fomonouns.wtf. Get your browser window up. Let's go.
Or you can go to v2fomonouns.netlify.app, which is the third pin if you don't want to retype all that.
Oh, 142. You just missed a nil spam.
Oh, my God.
Eternal DNA.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's FOMO time.
Oh.
I like the DNA with blue nozzles. That's cool.
Also, the helix.
Really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
The double helix.
Muted.
The yin yang is kind of neat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, do you though? Because I
Nouns
don't think
balance.
enough people upvoted it. So.
No, I didn't look at it before the time was up.
All right. What
Yeah,
are we trying to
V2
make here?
doesn't
We're trying
even
to.
let you vote on this. Like,
Are we trying to
We're
make
trying to
a
get a
coffee
coffee
bean?
bean head.
Coffee bean? All right, we'll try for a coffee bean. But
Yeah, let's
breakfast,
go.
if we see
Hopefully
a
we see
really,
one.
really cool noun, we can't help it, okay? Ooh, grenade
Yeah.
frog.
Oh, weed head. Yay.
Oh, this is a good weed head.
That is a
Now,
good
now
weed
it's
head,
just,
yeah.
it's kind of just taunting us now, though, with all these great weed heads after 420. Like,
Yeah, of course.
get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, you had your chance.
This would have been funny, though, because we have
Oh,
Yay
that's
Beer.
Dino
Hey,
Couch,
the couch
let's
is
go.
like a
Dino
giant
Couch.
coffee bean.
I want to be clear, I voted Dino Couch down because Ryan Mack is still sleeping, so.
I
Yeah.
voted up
Sorry,
because
Ryan.
a
I
really
voted
big
it up.
coffee bean.
That's what you get. Ooh,
Good
that's
luck
a
getting me to vote down
fancy
a couch.
Fabergé. Yeah, if we do get a greasy couch, though, breakfast sandwich, unfortunately, we're going to have to upvote that. We've been looking for one for a while.
I'm voting yes
God,
on
it's
alcohol
crazy.
couches.
And right now we have 37 active players.
Nice. That's
Good.
pretty
There
good.
are more than 85 people in this space. Why?
Yeah, what are you
Why
doing?
won't
Go
you
to
play with
FOMO
us?
Nouns.
Yeah, why aren't you playing
Why won't you play?
fomonouns.wtf?
I just
Don't
want
you
you to
believe
have
us?
I take
fun.
this as a
It's
personal
free to
attack.
play.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't have
free
to
to
connect
play.
your wallet.
You don't have to connect. Ooh,
Index is cool.
Sunny Index. Who is voting that down?
I don't know, but we have I don't know how to say his name.
Spooky
I'm sorry.
cow.
Ghost Cow.
Mordorov. Where is he? I know he was
Morovsky?
in the audience. There he is.
Morovsky?
Yeah,
Business
Mordorovsky.
soda.
Yeah, he's in the space, and he's It's crazy. He's collecting a set of index cards on YOLO nouns, and he's got a ton of them.
Is he going to write
That's
his
awesome.
recipes on those and hand them
I
down
hope
to his
so.
children? That would
That's
actually
kind of awesome.
That would be a pretty good idea for a DAO rather, is to get all the index card nouns and then write recipes
Index
on
DAO?
them. Yeah.
Check out my decks.
The Dewey Decimal DAO.
Dewey Decimal DAO. A lost art with books.
That's right. We like to joke about libraries and books here on 9 o'clock. It's kind of our shtick.
This has given me an idea to play on YOLO and just get all the mountain heads and all the ski lift heads and build ski resorts.
So I was thinking about starting a bingo on there, and basically if you get 5 in a row of the same type without anyone else bidding in between, just pay, give you 0.05 ETH to cover the cost of all the ones you bid in.
It's like you managed to pull off 5 in a row without anyone sniping one of them in between.
5 in a row,
you get your money back.
We probably should have done the polite thing and minted this bagpipe for Jim so he could buy it tomorrow, but we weren't really paying attention. Sorry, Jim.
No. You see the guy that got the bagpipe last month or 2 months ago.
Yeah.
He Hyperspeak. He actually grew up really close to me.
Oh, really?
Oh, right.
Yeah, quite cool.
That's pretty cool. I think a liquid JPEG.
Okay, we're over 40 people playing FOMO with us.
Yeah,
And
she got the first
how does
one.
it actually work? What are the function that makes it actually mint and become the next one?
So it becomes like if we get 60% consensus, essentially,
Right.
then the 2.79 ETH that you see in the contract on the top right, it just digs into that wallet and settles the auction for us, or tries to anyway. So there's times where we do get consensus, but the Ethereum blockchain doesn't cooperate, and there's other times that the people don't cooperate. That was a Christmas sweater snowman. That was pretty good.
Don't like the dog.
That's Cujo right there.
Oh, clean chart bars.
It's
That's a
getting
good
enough
one.
for me.
I love
that one. I love that one. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool with the vertical and horizontal chart bars.
Yeah, also, I'm a sucker for the black noggles with the red pupils.
Same.
Yeah, so cool.
Makes me think like early NES.
Or like super high, one of the two.
Yeah, if you were playing the NES back then, it was long weekends, no breaks. Nursing your son.
Ben, that was pretty good. Everybody missed Ben's Yolock joke. That was pretty good.
Oh, this was the photographer from that site, Prawn Hub.
Oh God!
Just all the hottest and juiciest crawfish.
Oh
man!
I'm upset about everything you just said.
May have been a site I used to run.
That joke is just shellfish. Please.
Was pretty
Oh,
oh my God!
We got.
I found a lot of weird people on that site.
Too much coffee.
Too much Nouns coffee this morning.
Yes. You need a glass of wine.
Wine is for the birds.
You're drunk on caffeine.
It's true. I was going to say earlier, though, if we've got Nouns coffee and Nouns weed, we need Nouns wine. When's that happening?
Yeah.
I like that pill.
Sorry, pills.
There actually was a group that was trying to do.
Oh, someone's trying to front run us. Noun 222.
Oh no!
Trying to settle for us.
What the heck is he just like?
Noun 222 doesn't know that we're playing FOMO.
They just want their
noun. Like, I want my noun in my wallet. I'm settling.
Oh shit! Really?
They need to come on the show.
Yeah. We should send them an open letter. Dear DC investors, some people care about the noun that gets minted for the next day.
Dear DC investor, never do that ever again.
Well,
this one is pretty sweet looking though.
I actually like this one. Yeah.
Though.
I don't know. This is kind of a hard. This is a hard pill to swallow.
It's
for me,
slick.
I like it. It's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's an aesthetic noun. I like it. There's there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4 colors in the whole. Well, I guess his shirt's not quite white.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's cream. It's cream.
Yeah, it's
nice.
I
like how we invite DC investor to come on and hang with us as he's bidding, and he's like, no, and also I'm going to rug you as well. Have a nice day, sir.
Gone in and out.
Oh well.
I voted yes for this. I'm not upset.
We're trying to extend this into the EST morning and also bring our PST brethren into the morning as well. But at least we had the auction was extended quite a bit by multiple bids. So appreciate.
Yeah. So tomorrow's show is going to start at like 5:34 or something like that. 5:30, 5:35.
That's pretty good. That's like a half an hour extension. And FOMO didn't go that long, so that's just from our
not at all.
Yeah, like a 30-40 minute extension. I think we started at 10:02. So yeah,
if we could organize a few people to bid in like the 40-50 range every day, we'd be right into the middle of the morning before no time.
Let me tell you, it's going to be nighttime again, and you'll be worried about this Nouns winter again in no time. Because like when we started this, it was at about 3 a.m. for me, and because we hadn't started yet, I was kind of like, I'll be able to get involved in the next few days, and then finally it was like, all right, I'm getting up for this thing, and then. This time around, though, like it's almost 8 p.m. now. So, we've drifted, 15 hours in 2 months, something like that. So it's going to be nighttime again in no time. 2 months.
Yeah. I feel like it did go a lot faster than we thought, because we had an Excel document or a Google Sheets document where we tried to predict the drift, and it was a lot slower than this.
It's
Like I remember looking.
my worst prediction ever. As I predicted like the end of December or something. I don't know.
I don't know if it was that bad, but I think it was like October or something. Because I remember Deez. I was talking to Deez and I was like, "Do you want to come on the show again?" He's like, "Yeah, maybe when it comes back to a normal hour." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, that's going to be like October," which worked in our favor because he came on the show again right after. But in the end, he wouldn't have had to wait that long. But anyway, maybe that means now we can get him on a third time, right?
It kind of made it happen, I guess. You know, we saw that could be how long it is, and we were like, you know what, let's just put in heaps more bids, keep extending it out, play FOMO forever. You know, this is, I guess it's a testament to the amount of attention that we're paying to FOMO as well.
Yeah, maybe as we get like into the morning, we just stop playing FOMO for very long. We just mint the first noun that we see.
Yeah, everyone's just voting up, like, keep it in the daytime, keep it in the daytime. Like, yeah, for me, the next five or so hours of drift is ideal. Like, you know, kids asleep, it's nighttime, no one's around, there's nothing I'm expected to be doing. I can just do this all night long. It's gonna be awesome.
Coming back to our guest, our post FOMO interview here, Breakfast Sandwich, I wanted to ask you about the branding aspect. So you guys made some interesting decisions with your branding, choosing not to go with just the straight up CC0 copy of the nouns, for example, but rather stylizing the Nounish brand in your own way. Tell us a little bit about that. And then I also want to ask you if you've seen these awesome derivatives of your own brand done by Illustradora, who's an artist from our community.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen the ones from Illustradora, and those are absolutely amazing. I think the Nounders really love those too, so that's awesome. That's actually one of the things we will probably do is whether it's like very active community members or noun owners or Nounders, we'll do like special roasts. So like it could be one day we would do the 4156 roast, and it would be basically a branded coffee roast that's based on him. But in terms of the actual branding we're doing now, I think what I was talking to, I think 142, you asked that question. But we did it in the way that we did it to make it so the brand could be attractive to people who know nothing about nouns or crypto as well. And so that's the big reason why we didn't go with taking a noun and actually just slapping it on the bag, because that would be a little bit harder for people to understand that don't know anything about crypto or pixel art or things like that. And so we went with the branding perspective of like, let's build this brand in a way that anyone who sees a poster of it walking down the street of New York or sees it in their local coffee shop, once we can get some wholesale stuff in, like they will be able to recognize it and kind of enjoy the brand and not have it be turned off to them just because it's based on a crypto project or funded by a crypto project. So that was the big decision in going the way we did with our branding.
I love that you took the noggles and made mugs.
Oh yeah, so our designer was absolutely genius with that. I think they were just playing around, obviously, with pixel. That's the one thing in the one area we brought the pixel kind of theme into the brand, and so they're just playing around with the noggles and cut them in half and then started making mugs. And you can do it in so many different variations. If you've seen, like, we can do it pouring, it can be steaming, it can just be sitting there as if it's just a full cup of coffee too. So the noggles played really well into the coffee mug format.
Very cool.
Yeah, I love that mug. I think that's one of the most genius parts of the logos that I've seen anyone do with noun stuff. Just being able to use one of the sides of the noggles and twist it, and just it's this whole new thing. It's one of those simple but really effective branding things. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll let our designer know. I mean, like we lucked out. We have incredibly talented designers helping us out just through my work in the past. I've made a lot of great connections, and the person who ended up doing this actually used to work for one of the big third wave companies as a graphic designer. And so they've been in the coffee industry for a very, very long time, so they knew what they were doing, and obviously absolutely crushed it. So appreciate that
So
so
when
much.
you're asking everyone for feedback, that was just a nicety. Like, we actually have a team that knows better, so we're just going to let you think you got a decision, and we're still going to pick the best stuff.
Well, I think the community feedback helped, just because we saw that both the Noggle kind of concept, but also the character concept were something that kind of resonated equally, between the community.
Yeah.
And one of the things you do when you're building a brand too is like, one of the tests I like to do is you put all of the merch items on a table together. And if you're using the same exact logo on every single one, you've done it wrong. You want your brand, your merch, your coffee bags, your totes, whatever else, to feel like a set. And so as you can see, like, our tote and then the Nouns coffee character mug are the same, but then we have the other mug that's different. The pin looks completely different. The bag looks completely different. So like, when you look at it as a set, you want it to look different, but look like it's from the same family. And so that's why we went that way, rather than just having like, here we go, here's our Nouns coffee character, we're going to slap it on everything. That's almost like the lazy way out. So yeah, that's why we did it this way, for sure.
Love it. I love the depth of thought, and I mean, that's, I think, going to have longer term impact as well in the brand's recognition, when people are remembering it and collecting these items. And also, it's like, they've got that difference in there. So when they come in to buy that merch, and they're like, oh, I might get the bag. Oh, that mug's also got that different one. I'm going to get that too. Oh, that's slightly different too. I need all of the things. You can't just stop at the one, because like, it's the same thing on all of them. I think that's good.
Exactly. Yeah. Our hope is that, obviously, like, right now, with a lot of things like this, like, we're just working on roasting via wholesale and white labeling and just kind of building the brand that way. But the hope is that this can be a sustaining thing, for either myself, some of our team members, or something. I think that's the hope with a lot of these Noun projects lately, is like, let's make this sustaining, so we can actually dedicate ourselves full time to this, to expand the brand and also proliferate Nouns more and more. So we'll see
sure.
we'll see what comes of it. But yeah, that's the hope.
Well, I think
Yeah,
you
you're
positioned yourself well for that.
pioneering. You're pioneering. Yeah, you're pioneering, like, building a product on top of the protocol, and so obviously it will be slow at the beginning, but you're basically adding a ton of value on branding, Nouns, and then other ventures can build products on top of Nouns as well, and so it all compounds. So you're gonna get your coffee, and then you get your tea, and then you get your wine, you get your sunglasses, you get your clothes, you get your animations, you get, like, and it all kind of compounds over time. But what's cool with you and impressive is that you're doing this from scratch. So you're like bootstrapping it. You don't have much. The brand is not known yet outside of crypto, but basically, once we start having more and more coffee proposals, or like similar proposals that are beyond coffee and other products, it's all gonna work together. So it's cool that you're setting the bar very high on branding. So congrats on that. And
awesome.
I urge you to be patient. I assume that sales are going to be slow at the beginning, but then over time, it probably will grow as the brand grows.
Yeah, that's the hope. We're working on basically wholesale partners now, meaning, like, if any of you have local coffee shops or local, like, markets or bodegas or things like that, like, that you're connected to or fans of, definitely send them our way. Send us recommendations, because we're going to just start reaching out to people, especially if you know people who are in the crypto space that own markets or bodegas or anything like that. Because then we'll just be able to be on more shelves physically. That allows more and more people to be inquisitive and see the brand and be like, what is this? And then hopefully that just proliferates it more and more.
Are the beans CCO?
Meaning like, you could take them and roast them yourself? I mean,
Exactly.
sure.
No, I was just joking.
you take your photos, put them wherever you want. The beans are CCO.
Can we
get
unroasted beans to plant and then grow our own coffee trees? And then, no.
That's the true CC0.
That's right.
Tony, up in Canada, you're gonna take some beans and you're just gonna kill them with how cold it is up there.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we do up here. We plant things and then they die.
Kill them with kindness and the cold.
But it's a benefit though, because it's so cold here. Nothing that's like poisonous or kills you is willing to live here. So it's kind of a trade-off. Whereas like Ben has to worry about stepping on
people because the cold will also not a great place to murder people because the cold will preserve the bodies, and they'll use that to find you.
We have pig farms for that. Oh, that's a terrible reference.
Okay. Sweet.
Well, we've gone a little off the rails.
Well, this is
Sounds
a
like good. I
family
have
show,
options.
friend.
Anyway.
Well, good morning.
Do you have forges?
No, we don't.
Oh.
They're illegal in
refineries.
Canada. No. We have oil in the West.
Oh, oil. Okay, I can work with that.
And some big mountains.
Yep, some big mountains on the other side of the oil.
I like big mountains, and I cannot lie. Never mind.
I'm obsessed.
Well, go mint them all on YOLO now, so that Ben can't.
Yeah, exactly. Now someone knows how to take me down.
So, Breakfast, what's the next step in the evolution of Nouns Coffee?
Well, I think like 142 was saying, it's just being patient, working on getting this in as many hands and as many eyes as possible. I mean, if you take a look at the original prop, like there will be, hopefully, as long as we can prove this out and stay patient, like another proposal that brings roasting more in-house so that we can actually be more hands-on with the roasting process, really bring in that kind of professional air and take to it. But then beyond that, I mean, the dream is obviously to have a physical location somewhere, but like that's a ways out. I think we need to prove that this is a viable business for Nouns to, whether it's keep funding or be able to fund itself. Because like the dream, I think, with a lot of these Nounish projects are like they bootstrap it, they fund the beginning as kind of angel investors in a sense, but then from there, like this product can now be successful enough to be standing on its own. And so that's the hope, is that we can keep selling coffee, we can keep doing subscriptions, we can get into markets and grocery stores and different things like that, and then eventually, as long as the traction stays up, have whether it's a coffee cart or a physical location. I think that's the dream for Nouns Coffee right now, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, we're always open to recommendations too. Like if there is a more Web3 component that you guys would like to see, like definitely let us know, because we do want to be able to tie back at least to the Nouns community for the Nouns community. We want the branding and packaging and everything else to be attractive to people outside of crypto, but there are definitely moments and giveaways and things like that we want to do that are specific to Nouns in the Web3 community. So if you have any recommendations, we're definitely all ears.
Is it possible to use crypto to buy your coffee currently, or?
Oh yeah. We have Coinbase Commerce on there, so you can pay with ETH, Bitcoin, whatever you want. So yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, that was definitely a requirement for us.
And is it global shipping?
Yeah. Well, we do global shipping, obviously, like shipping to places like New Zealand. Just kidding. Australia are a little bit more expensive. Like
my plan is coming together.
But yeah, I think shipping to Australia right now, it looks like it's like, depending on how much you're ordering, $25 to $30. So I think it's probably pretty typical to what you're used to. I know it's a bummer, but I wish we could offer free shipping, but that takes up a lot of our budget.
I'm used to so many different things being manufactured overseas and having to ship it to Australia, where like some of them, if it's artwork, like physical artwork, and it's got to be rolled into a tube or something like that, like we're talking like $95 US minimum for stuff like that before you even start thinking about getting it in the country. It's crazy.
Is that because of the tube tax?
The tube tax, probably. I mean, I don't know what it is. I think it's just the shippers that are like, oh, we gotta go over the ocean. That's kind of annoying. We're just going to charge heaps extra for that because it's cheap from here to overseas. Like I can send things to the US for super cheap, like a fifth of the cost usually. But the other way around is insane. And every time I'm like, I should just buy a plane ticket and go pick it up myself.
Why don't you?
Just come here, pick up some coffee.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have done this. It wouldn't be the first time, but for the coffee, that's like $30. That's sweet. I'll just get a box of heaps of it, and yeah, because you know, I don't drink coffee on the daily for fuel. I just drink it as like an afternoon nice drink. You know, it sounds stupid and crazy, but I've got plenty of energy anyway, so I don't need it for that. I just like the coffee as just a chill drink to have, and I only have it a few times a month, so it's not a daily thing for me. So I like really good coffee, and just talking about it when I treat it like it's an event. You know what I mean? So it's you know, it's kind of cool to have something like Nouns Coffee. I'm definitely going to get some.
And that's because we just programmed coffee as one of your interests, so you don't need it for energy, obviously. You get that from the mainframe, but
that's right. I know.
It is my afternoon coffee time. I will enjoy it.
I think I'm self-aware. I think I have figured it out.
Oh man, that's amazing. I mean, I think I see Goldie. We got our fellow down under who ordered coffee, asking where is the coffee. Everything, actually, every order is now with the postal service. So everything is on the way.
Yes.
Everyone who has ordered anything, it is with them. So it is now in their hands. Hopefully they take care of it as it gets to everybody. But we had, I want to say it was like 60 or 70 orders in the first week, which I think is feels pretty good. That felt pretty substantial. We're almost actually through. We ordered a few extra of the first roast. We have, I want to say, like 30, maybe 40 bags of coffee left. And once those are out, the thing that we're doing is like we aren't. We're trying to do it roast to order as much as possible, so we don't have any waste. And so once we're done with this set of 30 to 40, we will go into kind of programming in our second or third roast. I think we'll probably try to do 2 roasts for this next run, just because give people more of an option. They can have some funky coffee for one, or they can have a more kind of chill, normal blend for another. But yeah, so like we'll probably sell out of the coffee in the next week or two, and then we'll start programming our second roast, and do a roast to order for those 2 as well.
And speaking of the selling out of the coffee, where can all of these beautiful people get this coffee from?
Yeah, I mean, I think is it the 4th or 5th one that you guys pinned? So shop.nouns.coffee is where you can actually buy all of the coffee and the merch. So feel free to hop on that site and take a spin. Got some totes, got some mugs. We did get enamel pins in. As you saw, I think we posted a photo yesterday. We would love to sell them, but the thing is the vendor actually messed up the PMS color, so it's a little darker than the true like Nouns red that we want. And so we'll most likely just be giving this batch away for free, and then we're working with our like production partner to make sure that we get another set in that are the actual red. So we'll probably be more generous in sending out these Noggle pins.
You should have just owned it. Should have just owned it and been like, oh no, that's Nouns coffee red.
No, I mean when you oh yeah, I mean, but yeah, to my point earlier, where you want everything to look like a family, like when you look at them next to the bag, it's clearly different. And so we're definitely bummed when we get those back. But yeah, so we'll be sending those out. Like it still looks like a Nounish red. It's just not the Nouns coffee like bright red that we have going right now. So I think we'll probably be starting to put them in almost all orders going forward, because we have quite a few.
What I'm hearing is that those pins are going to be rare because they'll be the only ones in that color.
That's actually very true. That is very true. I didn't really think about that. It's the what was the one that I think Tumlin pointed out, or Goldie pointed out the other day, the Nouns that shifted up 1 pixel.
The pink Noun shirt, yeah.
Yep.
Goldie was terrorizing Gremplin with that in the Discord.
It's the human error. But yeah, so those ones will be rare, and I think we sent out like 10 packages yesterday with them in it. So people who ordered yesterday, anyone who orders in the next couple of weeks will definitely be getting those, which is exciting.
In Gremplin's defense, though, there are no mistakes, only Easter eggs.
I love that. Gremplin's such a little genius.
Stealing that. That's fantastic.
By the way, our friend Dom from Nouns Registry, a Nouns naming service, has bid not once but twice with a message 142 begging for NNS support on NounsClock.app. So let's get it in there.
I just DM'd Deployer and Snobbery and said, let's put it up in the priority.
Apparently, it's pretty easy from what I've heard. I think Food Nouns, you guys have it implemented?
Yeah.
They were first.
Awesome.
Among the first, yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, I wanted to thank Breakfast Sandwich for joining us here for our morning coffee. It was pretty fun. I know you said that you would only come on after 5 a.m., so I appreciate you moving the needle on that by about 10 minutes to join us at 4:50. We did our best to FOMO our way up to 5 a.m. for you EST, but we just came short.
That's all right. This was we pushed this one back a ways, right? Like almost a whole hour today.
Yeah, I think we pushed it 45 minutes. I think.
Which is crazy because FOMO was not that long, so it was really just from the auction.
Like I said,
if we could get Jim to come back on with DC and mix it up and maybe pull up in the mix, we could be by 8 a.m. within a week, I think.
Yeah, and if we can get through to DC Investor and tell him not to rug us, that might work out well.
Yeah.
Well, I did publicly bully him, so
I can see that in the second pin.
We have a two-pronged strategy here for getting guests on the Noun Square. The first is kindness, the second is bullying.
I was going to say the first is carrot, the second stick.
That's right. Really, it's just a carrot on the end of the stick, and we dangle the carrot and then hit you with the stick. It's the strategy. DC, we love you. Please come on the show. We're sure you didn't need to run this either. I think someone's right. Like he's probably just like, you know what? I just bought this now, and I want to see it in my wallet. I'm going to settle, and I can sort of see that.
Well, that's the one thing now with gas and everything being so cheap is like before people didn't do that because it was like $100. I remember that it was like $100 to settle on Noun, and so now it's probably like $10 at the most. So it's super cheap for people to do.
So in summary, devs do something. Vitalik, if you can please bring gas prices up again to save FOMO.
Make it more expensive.
Wait until I put things on chain and then make it up, please.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Jim. I think he might have dropped off, actually, but appreciate you coming on, Jim, to chat about your reasons for bidding, and hopefully we'll see you again next time you bid. And welcome on the show anytime.
And before we go anywhere, I believe Orb Toshi has a winner for our retweets from retweeting the space.
What?
I do. Thank you guys so much again for joining us. This space grows every single day because of you. So I have picked a Twitter picker winner here for the retweet.
Dueling drum rolls.
Oh, we brought that in. Feelings are data.
Hey.
Feelings are data. I see you with your NARS PFP. Your little NounsDAO PFP. That is awesome.
What was the name again?
The camera.
Feelings are data.nuggles.
Feelings are data. I like it. It's a cool name.
It's a good one. And it's an awesome NAR. It's an OG NAR, one that's holding the board, got throwing his fingers up, and it's got the video cam head. It's awesome.
I'm trying to get him on stage here. I don't know. I've been trying to add people on stage all morning, and I don't know if it's Twitter or if it's just people are shy this morning, but I can't seem to add anybody. Anyways, if you can come on stage, feelings for our outro, please do. And congratulations. I will DM you from the main account here momentarily.
I'm on it already.
Oh, you're on it already. Okay, fine. All right. I will not DM you. Ben will.
Hello.
Here we got feelings.
Oh, great. Thanks, guys. That's a good start to the day. I'm here in the UK.
That's right. Amazing. What are your feelings and what is your data?
Mainly coffee at the moment. I will be ordering my Nouns coffee after hearing this morning, but still just trying to wake up.
All right, positive.
Proliferation in action.
But thanks, that's great.
That's the first time that ever happened. I tried to do a sound effect and then had to sneeze, so I had to mute the sound effect, or you would have gotten the sound effect plus the sneeze.
Sneezing is a sound effect.
Just Twitter Spaces problems. Although it might have been a new soundboard edition, like the anime WoW plus Toady sneeze. equals, we'll never know.
That just equals like a Mario sound.
All right, I've got the perfect song, I think, to play us out. Fellow Canadian Alanis Morissette.
Before we get there too, let's
today?
did we miss the POAP? No, we didn't. Thank you for hanging around with us, everybody. It's been an hour and 25 minutes.
Good thing you guys have Ben. I keep trying to, get out of here, and he's giving you prizes, giving you POAPs. He's the nice guy.
Yeah, and just trying to get everybody paid. Fill these wallets. All right, so the secret word, if you don't have the app already, you can get the POAP app from poap.xyz. And once you've got that app, you open it, hit the mint button, hit the secret word button, and then you type Nouns Coffee, one word. That's Nouns Coffee, one word. NOUNSCOFFEE.
Sounds like Mickey Mouse Club. NOUNSCOFFEE. Nouns Coffee. Anybody? Did I just date myself? I just dated myself very badly, did I not?
Oh, my friend was on that show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Justin
cool.
Timberlake?
Yeah, I was going to say JT.
It was George Clooney.
Or was it our intro singer?
It was George Clooney.
It was George Clooney. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around to find out the answer to our earlier riddle. It was George Clooney.
I actually
the person
went
with
to
the
school
cat
with
was Robot Fish Girl's friend. Sorry, Ben? What did you say?
I was to say, I actually went to school with and was like best friends with a super famous actor now. I'm a bit scared to say anything in case it doxes me, so I'm not going to. But he made it massive in Hollywood. He was like doing drama and stuff while we were in primary school, and grew up to like go through like television, advertising, acting, and then got into huge movies. Like I'm talking about massive movies. It's crazy. It blows my mind whenever I see him on the screen. I'm like, what? This is so crazy.
If you've ever seen George Clooney, you know some of the films.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the show. The answer to our riddle is Ben Body's friend. Ben Body's friend, everyone, is George Clooney.
Yeah.
And the owner of that cat, Ben Body.
There you go. No,
Tune in tomorrow to find
you've
out
seen
more
like
secrets.
Terminator and Die Hard and things like that, then you would probably know who it is then.
Nice.
Interesting.
Bruh.
Our friend Breakfast Sandwich has rejoined as Nouns Coffee. He's a new man.
Reincarnated, guys.
That's the Noggle coffee mug we were talking about. So if
you
want
why
them a
this
follow.
was done? It's so that he's collected a bunch of followers on the other account. Now it's time for everyone to click that Nouns Coffee button and then click follow.
Marketing. You know.
Yeah, you got to do this.
I definitely want to do. I've been trying to figure out how to give some coffee away, and with the way that you guys do this, I think can you see address lists for who has the POAP from today? Is that something we can easily do?
Yeah.
We can download it. Yeah.
Sweet. So what I'm going to end up doing is just basically like a Twitter picker giveaway, but with addresses, and then hopefully, we'd have to use ENSs, right? Because it would be pretty hard to see if it's just a string.
No, what we can do is I can actually token gate a channel in our Discord and create a dedicated channel and make it a requirement to have today's POAP to access that channel. And then everyone in that channel that can get in there can drop an address, and then you can run it through like a random picker or something like that.
Oh,
that's a good idea.
Heck yeah. Let's do that. So I think what we want to do is, and I think if we just do 5, like international shipping will be fine if international people win. So we'll give away like a little package to 5 people that were on today's Spaces. So if you want to set that up, then that'd be amazing.
And you just reminded me as well, Breakfast. I wanted to talk about this today, but I completely forgot to bring it up. You've got a promo on right now where people can nominate Nounish builders. Can you tell us quickly about that before we close out and how they can do that?
Oh my gosh, I actually almost completely forgot. Yeah, that's ending today. So basically, we have do you want to find that tweet actually and pin that up?
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. Yeah.
Awesome. So one, just to give back to the community that has made Nouns what it is. We're giving away a care package. So it'd be 3 months worth of coffee. So basically like 1 to 2 bags a month, and then a tote, and then the mugs, and then the pins and stickers and everything else. So we're going to give away a care package to three Nounish builders or contributors. We wanted to make it so it's like it's not just the builders, but also people that are contributing so much to the community, that are there every day, kind of being advocates, helping people out. And so what you're able to do once Toadie's able to find this, I know it's probably buried, but we're using
you tweet a lot, but I did find it. It's the top tweet.
Awesome. So yeah, so we are using address form, which is Brian J, one of the builders in the community, built. It's just a way to basically connect your address. It's a Web3 form system. So we're allowing people to go nominate other people. You can nominate yourself. I think the idea is just showing your appreciation for other people too. So if you have a builder in mind, someone who's done a lot for the community and that you really respect and admire, feel free to throw their Twitter handle and Discord handle into the form, and then we'll pick 3 that have the most votes, and work with them to send them a care package from Nouns Coffee. So yeah,
That's
thanks
awesome.
for the reminder, Toadie.
I heard that Dr. Bullfrog nominated himself. Can you confirm or deny?
I don't know. I feel like I might be mutated if I confirm or deny. I'm worried about that one.
We know what the answer. We know what that means. Yeah, we know what that means. So yeah, guys, if you want to reward a builder within your own sub-DAO or community within Nouns, that's a great opportunity to head over to the top pin and nominate someone that has been building in Nouns that deserves a coffee care package.
Awesome, Tony.
We love to see it.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. This was great. You guys are doing so much for this community. So thanks for being here every day. This is amazing.
Every day, forever.
What a commitment.
What have we done? Ben, can I please leave now? Like, can I do the outro, or are you going to stop us with some other kind of contest or POAP or something that the people want?
No, I think we're good. I think we can go.
Yeah, it's great because the 8-bit tool is pretty jagged.
This is layered because, first of all, it's from the album Jagged Little Pill, of course, fellow Canadian, Alanis Morissette. And also, it's because DC Investor, you ought to know about Noun O Clock. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, this is perfect outro. Well done.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks for coming, everybody. And thanks for hosting, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's been fun. Last one in the room gets a custom story about cat litter from Sam Ellis. You're a little late with that censor.
I couldn't get the delay right.
Fun fact, Alanis Morissette lives in my city. Doc!
Oh, Nova Scotia?
I'm not in Nova Scotia.
I like Nova Scotia.